Morning, everybody. It's only 7:55 on this Monday, Veterans Day, the 11th of November. And because there's really not much going on and not that there's not much going on in the market, but there's no news this morning, no economic news coming out. I thought I'd get this done a little bit early. So this is your pre-opening comment video number 2278. Okay. Asia was mixed, but the Hang Seng was down 1.5% or 300. Europe was slightly higher. When I came down this morning, the Dow was up 193, currently up 212. NASDAQ up 84, currently up 105, and the S&P was up 25, now up 30. At these levels, this is kind of minor. There were two companies that reported before the open. One was Aramark, and if you've ever worked for a company that has a cafeteria, Aramark provides everything from food to uniforms, etc. The stock reported a beat and was as high as 41.93. The current, though, is only 40 and a quarter, and that's only up a quarter after being up almost $2. The other reporter today was Monday, MNDY. This one also reported a beat, all non-GAAP numbers, which are always disturbing. The stock had closed in the neighborhood of, let's see, pretty close, I believe, a new all-time high at 330.80, closed 329. This morning it was as high as 349.99, but is currently trading 278.79, and that's down 50 and a quarter, or 15.26%. So I'm not sure really what's going on there. I tried to find out what the company actually does, and frankly, I'm not sure I understand. It says Monday.com. WorkOS is a low-code, no-code platform that democratizes, always a word I hate to see because it's bullshit, the power of software so organizations can easily build work management tools and software educations to fit their every need. You have to remember that when you read a corporate overview, it's written by the corporate IR department. So, could be the biggest, part of a quadrillion-dollar market. It's all a lot of crap. In any event, like I said, the stock has been 350 down to 273, currently just under 280, and down pretty hard. The chart on the screen has got to be the chart of the day. It is Bitcoin. There were rumors over the weekend that a nation state was in the market buying a stake in Bitcoin. There was also information around last week, the end of the week, that Michael Saylor from MSTR, which is MicroStrategies, a software company that has changed its focus and does pretty much nothing but buy Bitcoin, and has in excess of a $20 billion position, making new highs. So clearly Michael Saylor has been on the right side of this market, but they're borrowing an additional $21 billion to buy even more Bitcoin. The other statistic that came out, and it's kind of extreme is that BlackRock owns 30 billion in Bitcoin, which is more than MicroStrategy's and the rest of the Bitcoin owners, miners, etc., combined. So this is a catch-up play. We came out of, 2 weeks ago, I told you, we came out of this flag that we had been building since the run-up from 42,000 to 74,000, which was a new all-time high. And we consolidated across, let's see, this was in March of this year, so we have spent 6 or 7, 8, almost 8 months going sideways. We broke out. I was a little disappointed in the close, but it was up on the week and just above the downtrend line. Then last week we were up 7,630, which was just over 10%. And this morning we've traded as high as 83,000. The last is 82,990, up another 5,630, or another 7.28%. I've been talking about this futures contract having an objection for me of about 87,000. That would put it about up here. If you look at my comments, you'll see a little X on the chart outside the actual price structure, showing just how far that would be. I don't see a lot to stop this before, and I think we could move towards the round number of about 100,000. So. The MACD is still kind of depressed, certainly not overbought like it tends to get. Open interest is about flat to slightly lower last week, which is to say that open interest down and price up usually signifies the fact that it's short covering. But there are plenty of rallies that start with short covering. The reason that I mentioned MSTR, MicroStrategy, is because they have a 2-to-1 ETF, the symbol for which is MSTX. To give you an idea, MSTR right now on today's action is trading at 297 approximately, and that is up $26 or 9.7%. MSTX, the 2-to-1 ETF, is trading at 73.5, and that's up about almost $12, which is 18.9%. So here you have you have an ETF that's priced dramatically below the actual stock, moving twice the distance. Remember, leverage works in both directions, but if you're a long-term bull, this is one that you can trade, intraday if you feel there's a trade coming. You do have to be careful with it because it's not designed to be held long-term. It resets overnight, and so there is what we refer to here as leakage. If it goes up 10% today, and it goes down 10% tomorrow, the price of MSTR we're talking about, MSTX will underperform because it's coming from a higher price, it's going down twice as much, and so it actually loses value on an up and down cycle that's identical. Anyway, that's what we have here. As far as the rest of the futures markets, we have the oil down. But strangely enough, with the oil down $1.50, gasoline down 3 cents, heating oil down 3 cents. We have the nat gas up almost 20 cents, which is, a nice rally. We're still in the UNG. We are dramatically underwater. We're in the, I believe we're in the 16 calls that expire this week. In the UNG, UNG is up over $1 or 8%, but it's a long haul for us to get anywhere near 16 in the actual ETF. Gold is down $29, almost $30. I turned negative on this a week and a half ago. If you look at my commentary, you'll see I think that we could get down to 2,600. Last week's low in that was not that much above that 2,600, but that is meaningful support. Here's the chart. It did get down to 2,650. I think we could get down to this 2,600 area. We could actually, if we had a big sell-off, get down to the 2,550 area, but we'll have to see. What's interesting here is that the silver, which was down twice what the gold was down last week and the week before, is down just 12 cents. So while the gold is down 1.3% on the day, the silver is down 1/3 of 1% on the day. The copper, which we're also long, is down 2.5 cents. Let's see what else we have here. The futures I've already given you. The dollar is up by 50 cents. That's a problem. The reason is that the bonds are down across the board. So Bitcoin 83,035, up 56.75, within 150 of the high and an all-time new high. We have 3208 in the Ethereum, up 238. That's a pretty hefty 8% gain. Also, as far as the grains go, they're mixed. Corn down, 1 3/4. Soybeans up, and the wheat is down pretty hard, down 14 cents a bushel. So there you have it. Last is the NASDAQ, up that same 105. The Dow up 201 right now. And the S&P hanging in there, up about 27. So have a good day. It ought to be kind of quiet today, on the basis of the fact that we have a holiday here. So there you go. I'll be back in the morning.